I agree.
Yeah. Dude, so good. We could just talk about our Super Bowl recap here before we get into like some more grading like we started last week. First Super Bowl thought over everything is the fact that there was the first female flyover is fucking sick. Those were the coldest pictures ever. I swear to God, you know how like people on TikTok and stuff will do like the 2022 coldest pictures of the NFL season. That's mine.
Yeah, that was so cool. I was just like,
so cool,
so badass. Like they were so sick, like just beautiful, and empowering, and strong, and just awesome, and just ballsy. Like you think about that, like to be a fighter pilot and what goes into that, it's just unbelievable. I had the opportunity to see the Thunderbirds a couple years ago, and they had a bunch of female pilots, and I just remember being like, it's just so badass. You're not even a bunch, right? But like more, like some in the like catalog, you can see them, and it's just so cool. So shout out to them. Shout out to the media for covering that. I think that was really cool too. Never think I'm gonna say shout out the media again, but like I was glad they got the exposure. That was cool.
I definitely loved that. I love that they highlighted it. I loved all the guys on Twitter who were like, well, can we get a shout out to the first men's flight crew? And I wanted to be like, can you tell me what year the first men's flight crew was? And then fucking for sure, dude.
Or like, if they're white, be like, can you tell me about the Tuskegee Airmen? And they're not gonna know anything. They won't know anything.
Oh, true.
So like, I'm at those people.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Also, Nick Sirianni has officially given me the ick. Not only was he okay, me and him could never work out, first of all, because if you don't know this secret about me, my friend Mairead and my friend June got me to this point where now I can only throw up hungover while playing the national anthem or having someone sing it to me. And if I needed that in like a time of need and he just started crying, that would be bad. Also, him like, what did you see the clip that went viral of him this week? And Jalen was like telling him not to like celebrate on the sidelines. I don't know what that was over. I don't remember that exact moment in the game, but I've seen the clip a lot. Ick.
Yeah, I saw it this week and I was kind of like, it was cringe for sure. It was definitely cringe.
I can't remember what it was over.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was over when I first saw it on Twitter. I don't think it's the tweet said what it was over, but I'm sure we could look it up and figure it out. But yeah, that was definitely cringe. The crying was kind of intense.
I love guys who cry.
Yeah,
and I get that it was probably
the national anthem lore is so deep with you.
It's so deep with so many people, dude. I'm obviously an American. I support us in like the Olympics, like whatever, cool. But like, I will purposely try to like when we went to Providence last week, we were like, yeah, we could miss the national anthem. Like, I try to miss it because it just is so like the lore is just wild.
And it's like, not even that she's like not patriotic. It's like she will throw up. Like,
my brother,
I have been there.
A Marine, like he's a vet, like went to Afghanistan. Like I am like pro America, whatever.
Pro America. Just the song is like it's just like a natural response. I forget what that's called. Like when you train something to.
I'll die on this hill. Our national anthems should have been Yankee Doodle.
Oh my God! Hell yes!
I swear to God.
I'm also a big "This Land Is Your Land" stan.
Yeah.
That was always the number one Memorial Day concert song.
Fire.
Fire. So yeah, Sirianni cried, gave you the ick. Big bummer.
Also Sod-Gate. I know that you've heard of Sod-Gate. The grass during the game. Haley and I both are anti-Barstool, but pro Pardon My Take. And I was listening to them this week and they were saying that apparently so there was a university, I can't remember if it was like Oklahoma or like Kansas State or something like that.
Oklahoma developed the turf.
Mixed golf grass with football grass to create this turf. And like the guy who installed it or whatever, I don't remember the exact lore of the scenario, has like installed the grass in like two of the last places that Kansas City has won the Super Bowl. Therefore, he has 2 rings with Kansas City. This was like his 3rd time doing it, and Kansas City won the Super Bowl. And I get that it's a situation where both teams can make adjustments cleat-wise and stuff like that, and it affects both teams. But it's just weird because that's just, I don't think that that's a coincidence. Sorry, call me a hater. I'm in my fucking hater era. But like, I don't know, dude. It was pretty sus. And it was like very blatant that like something was wrong with the turf. I don't remember. Was it Jalen that changed their shoes really early on in the game and everyone was fucking falling? I think there was a couple penalties caused by it. Like, Sod-Gate might be real.
Yeah. And honestly, I think it's 100% fair. And I remember in the game, us looking at each other like, this grass sucks. Like, they literally can't play. It was like they were slipping and sliding all around. I will say real quick, I am pro PMT, and also I am in love with Casey Smith. I am obsessed with her, and she tweeted at me one time and I almost cried. So I will say that. And
my celebrity crush is Big Cat, and I can't even lie.
There are Barstool personalities I absolutely adore and love and follow. Robbie Fox as well tweeted at me one time, and I almost.
It's literally just them and Casey for me.
So, yeah, I definitely think it was a little sus. The more Eagles players that changed their cleats, like, shout out to all the internet and football detectives that have figured this out. And I know, obviously, we just talked about PMT went into it a ton with like all these numbers and crazy stuff that they saw from people that did research. Like, that's insane. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. I always love hearing about this kind of stuff come out. Obviously, as a Patriots fan, like, Deflategate was horrible for the brand.
Deflategate was fucking hilarious as like a consumer outside of the box.
As anybody that's not a Patriots fan, it was hilarious.
Deflategate was
I did not have fun.
Funny.
However, like, things like that, I think really like make the NFL really like, you know, it's. Also, we just love the drama. Like, we love the tea. Like, I love reality television. Give it all to me. Like, I love it. Like, it's great. So, if I was an Eagles fan, I would be pissed, and I think they were going to be pissed either way. Whether there was a Sod-Gate or not, we would be talking about something else. So,
yeah,
crazy stuff though.
Halftime show. We obviously watched this game together, so we've talked about it a lot. The things that obviously stuck out to me were, I mean, how quickly, okay, this sounds so fucked because like, I hate speculating if a woman is pregnant or has gained weight or anything like that. It's one of those things that we all see and we all think about, but it's fucked up to say or like whatever, but it is a natural thought. And I was sitting there, Haley, like 30 seconds into this, and I was like, Rhianna's pregnant. And I was like, I hate saying that out loud, but she's definitely pregnant because 1, obviously the outfit kind of made me feel that way. 2, she wasn't really throwing it back like I expected her to. But that being said, visually, the performance was fucking incredible from like watching on the couch. I obviously can't speak to how it was in person, but despite her not being able to Rhianna, she Rihanna'd. And I hate everyone that's like, I expected more, blah, blah, blah. She's fucking pregnant.
Yeah, I was obsessed. We had an absolute blast watching this. We forgot how many Rhianna bangers there are. Thought it was super badass for her. Not, you know, we kept wondering who the special guest was going to be. And I thought it was really cool that she didn't bring one out. I thought it was,
well, she said she was going to, but
she was going to because it was the baby. And I will say, as a witness, Kendra did not do it in any kind of like body shaming way. She clocked that like so fast. And we spent a majority of the performance being like, is she or isn't she? Like, we don't want to assume. And then when she confirmed it, we were so excited. The British Vogue pictures dropped today with her and ASAP and their baby, and they look amazing. Her Fenty products went up crazy numbers.
200% in sales. The Fenty plug was honestly my favorite part of the entire show.
We both just screamed. We both just screamed. We were like,
I literally went online and ordered Fenty products so I could get the clear bag for stadiums, and it got delivered right before this show. The only thing that disappointed me was I wanted Pond to replay and I wanted Disturbia.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with both of those points. I would have swapped Pawn to Replay for Bitch Better Have My Money. I was kind of
She played that. She opened that.
Yeah, she opened with that, which was badass, don't get me wrong, but I was kind of like, it's unfortunate that we're not wasting a space, but utilizing a space for a song that you have to censor the entire thing.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
time,
why I never, like, everyone was like, well, what's she going to open with? And I was like, I don't like any of these options, but that never would have been my guess, just because I feel like if I know the NFL, like I think I know the NFL, it's like they don't want any controversy or anything like that, because like it's always the Karens on Facebook that are like, my kids are watching this demon shit.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm a big Rhianna stan.
Me too. I thought it was great.
Yeah, love that.
As far as commercials, I only remember 3. I remember the Fubi commercial because it was obviously, we all freaked out like everyone else, I'm sure. Everyone was like screaming at each other. Haley was like, Tyler, are you sitting on the remote? And I was just like running back into the living room from the fucking kitchen. Like, what is going on right now? Why are you all yelling at each other? Yeah. And then everyone was like, was that a commercial for like 10 more minutes? We were like, was that a commercial? Like, and then everyone got on Twitter and it was confirmed. I remember the Jack Harlow commercial, but I could not remember what it was for, but I do remember thinking it was funny. And then whenever the Sad Farmer's Dog commercial came on, we were all like, let's talk. We're not watching this shit. This is evil. Like, we all literally just like blocked out the TV and talked for like the majority of whatever that situation was.
Yeah. I have written down some of my favorites. The Diana Flores commercial that NFL did was so sick. She is such a badass and she is so awesome. And just, I really love that they've been highlighting these female flag football players. I think they're really cool. And they not only are from different nationalities and different parts of the country and the world, but they all are really amazing athletes. And I think it was really cool to kind of watch that. And then have it be an NFL commercial was really awesome. And then I also wrote down the Ben Affleck Dunkin' commercial because I am obsessed with Dunkin' and Ben Affleck in Boston, and J-Lo is so beautiful. And every time I see her.
Did you see their tattoos this week?
Her what?
They got matching tattoos and J-Lo's is fucking hideous. They're both ugly.
Well, it's funny you say that because I liked J-Lo's more than I liked his.
I hate the infinity thing.
It's giving very Tumblr 2010 tattoo account. It was, and also I kind of don't understand why people are still doing that, because isn't it a thing that is like the beginning of the end when people do that? Like I don't think the statistics are great on couple tattoos.
His back tattoo is the cringiest fucking thing I have ever seen. If you haven't seen Ben Affleck's back tattoo, please stop what you are doing. I don't care if you're driving a car.
Ben Affleck back tattoo.
It is wild. Like incredible. Okay, that was a good one. Anything else? Any others?
No, I can't really remember any. And it's weird because we watched all of them.
The lack of Whopper commercials was my only other
tragic.
Comment.
Absolutely tragic.
I needed Burger King to do it and do it big. I needed like them to remix a Rhianna song with the Whopper song.
Oh, the Blue Moon one was good. That was kind of funny.
I don't remember that one.
It was like all prior to the Super Bowl. They did like a Miller Coors like hype up that it was going to be this commercial where it was Coors versus Miller. And then they do the ad on the day. And at the end, it's like, just kidding. It's a Blue Moon ad. And it was like, wow, that's
okay. That's fair.
Yeah, I've seen that one on Twitter a lot. I'm just like, I literally just looked up like some, like trying to remember. And I don't really remember many of them.
My only other comment that I want to make about the Super Bowl is that I think Travis Kelce spewing over and over and over again that like the narrative was that the Chiefs were fucking underdogs this season is so dumb and so annoying. And I know we talked about Brittany Mahomes. She's whatever, like, I don't like hate the girl. She's annoying, whatever, fine. But she jumped onto this bandwagon by sharing a Bart Scott take on Twitter. And I'm like, if you're trying to make an argument, the last fucking person that you should be using as a source is Bart Scott. Okay. Didn't he try to call like DeMar like a dirty player or something like that after like, shut the fuck up, Bart Scott. Shut up.
Yeah, I think, I've heard this a lot this week. Like, I feel like we definitely did not hear from her or Jackson very much this season comparatively to last season. And I think that was very much on purpose and very much strategic by his team. And I think it was a good call because I, for one, enjoyed not hearing about them this season.
Same.
But with that being said, obviously now
they probably enjoyed not hearing about me too. So fair.
Yeah, right. And so they win the Super Bowl, so they kind of have free reign, and we just have to deal with it for the next,
totally
it sucks.
And that's fine. That's
but
sometimes how the cookie crumbles. Live your life. You earned it. Whatever.
Yeah, I really want, like, obviously, like, I don't ever want to, dislike anyone that I don't know, but that courtside video was kind of like the nail in the coffin for me, where I was like, I just don't like this person.
The TikTok that he uploaded that I sent you of him running with Sterling is the scariest video on the fucking internet. I swear to God that he was going to drop that child. And then like in the other clip, he's like fucking screaming and freaking out, the baby on his hip. And Patrick can like see the baby like flailing around, and Pat's like, give me that. It's just so funny. It's so funny.